Loki. Loki just, they were Loki.
Our contender, Loki, coming in. Loki.
It's going to be Loki. Look,
Yeah.
Loki's taking shots off to the side of this.
I think Loki needs to step up their game.
Hi, my name is Trenton Bonfilio and I go by the name of Fignaldo in PUBG. So starting in May of 2017, I basically was grinding public matches. That was the only way to really get your name out there. You had to maintain a good stat average and essentially make the top 100 leaderboards to ever be considered to be on a team for a tryout. I reached out via Discord to a team captain and then I ended up getting on a team. That team ended up being Set to Destroy X, and I was on that team for about a year and a half. And then come late 2018, after a very poor LAN performance, I had been dropped from the team. I was set to look for a different team, a different organization to be a part of. I ended up being reached out to by a team called Frag Nation, cruising through the NPL qualifiers online. Essentially, we were basically the top team coming into those qualifiers. After those qualifiers, we were notified by PUBG Corp that one of our teammates was cheating, and it hit all of us really hard. Basically, we didn't touch the game for 2 weeks. One of my teammates ended up watching Game of Thrones, all 7 seasons at the time. Basically just hid in his room. Same with me, but I had to go to work and basically deal with this tremendous dilemma as I was working my full-time job.
I'm Nick Pax Frankich. I'm from Clearwater, Florida. I'm 23 years old. A couple years ago, I've been playing hockey my entire life. I went to college on scholarship to play NCAA hockey. Played my first freshman year. Did really good, and then PUBG came out during the summer and I absolutely fell in love with it and grinded it like crazy. Didn't want to play my second year of hockey because I knew PUBG was pretty much it for me, and gaming was always a passion, so I thought might as well go for it and see where it takes me. I'm still taking college classes online and stuff, but hockey is out of the way, and I'm full-time PUBG. My entry into PUBG, I guess, into the PUBG pro scene, you could call it. I was with Check 6, which is a small org. Qualified for NPLC, made it through all the qualifiers and everything with them. We went through roster changes, how every other team does when you don't do too hot. Then I joined Elevate. Elevate is obviously a pretty known org. Our team was pretty good. We had Tiggleton, who was on Sonics now, who's the top fragger, and Godku, who's still on Elevate, and then Chubba Bubba, who's on our team now. We got 4th last split, and it was pretty good. We went through a lot of hardships too with that team, and we ended up not doing good at all at the promotional LAN into MPL. We really wanted to make roster changes. Tiggleton went to Sonics, and we wanted to drop another player on our team for me and Chubba.
What's up? I'm Jack Chubba Bubba Maloney, playing PUBG for Lowkey eSports. I got interested in PUBG eSports, the competitive side of things, just from watching some streamers. I watched Baha Waka, who is now on Space Station. At the time, he was on YTM Fate in the the early days of competitive. And that kind of got me interested watching it, and I liked how unique it was compared to other games where it's all one team versus one team or one player versus one player. But in PUBG, there's so many variables going on, and you have to kind of just focus on what you can control, and I really like that aspect of it. Playing competitive PUBG, I started playing open scrims about a year ago, so the summer of 2018, and I really got on my first competitive team that was in the league about 8 or 9 months ago, which was a PUBG Online Showdown with God Squad, which became Team Pyro. And we played Showdown, we weren't great. And then leading up to the NPL preseason, which was the qualifiers for the first season of NPL, they actually kicked me because they were afraid I was cheating. It kind of put me in a weird spot at the time, and I was kind of freaking out a little bit because there wasn't much time left before the preseason. But I was able to join up with the core of Don't Let Him Get You, which eventually became Rumblers, who are in the NPL right now. And I played the preseason with them. Didn't make it. It wasn't a great fit, I think, because back then I was kind of all aim, no brain. So I left that team after we didn't make the preseason. I took it really bad that we didn't make it. I joined up with Pax on Elevate, Pax, Godku, and Tiggleton. We played through the first season. We did well in the online league, online contenders. I think we got like 4th or something. When it came time for the relegations, we played trying to counteract what a lot of other teams were gonna do, and we didn't realize that teams were gonna change their strategies up a lot for the relegation LAN, and that kind of screwed us up and we did really bad.
And we tried out a bunch of different players. It never really worked out. We knew we wanted to try like Fignaldo out, but he was with Lowkey and we didn't really want to like mess with the whole org swap thing. And so we never really reached out to him. And then literally the night that we were talking about Fignaldo, he called me on Discord and just said, hey, I want to talk to you right now. It's like, all right. And then he's like, you want to try it out? I was like, let's do it. Like, none of us are finding anything. And then ever since then, it's been like really, really good.
So end of season 1, MPLC, roster wasn't looking too great. We were looking to make some changes, we meaning the organization. The organization ended up voting me as team captain, and I was set out to replace 3 players and make a 4-man roster. So I was set out with the hard task of basically finding a new IGL and finding 2 confident, capable, communicative fraggers to also join the roster. So I ended up reaching out to Pax and Chubba Bubba. They were kind of a package deal from Elevate. I chose Pax because he has a solid IGL background. He was part of multiple other teams that he was also an IGL. Chubba Bubba was also a very confident, very communicative fragger that also works very, very well with Pax, and they have a good relationship. They've been playing together for 3 months. And they have very good teamwork, very good communication between the 2 of them, and they're both not afraid to speak their mind about anything. Final fragger was Smithy. It's kind of funny about Smithy. We've known each other for 2 years. He tried out for the old Set to Destroy roster that was back in 2017. After kind of playing with him for 2 weeks, we all kind of knew that he was going to be the 4th, but I had promised other players that they would be given a tryout for fair play. We ended up not playing as well with those tryouts, knowing that we knew basically that Smithy was going to be our 4th player.
Hey, so my name is Smithy, Alex Smith actually. So I first got into PUBG about 2.5 years ago, give or take. I was headhunted back then by a guy called Sean who was kind of like starting his own company. He's an entrepreneur, he's done his own thing before. He headhunted me back when I used to play and grind the leaderboards, like we're talking way back. I like grinded the leaderboards for like maybe like a month and a half, 2 months or so, when the game first came out back in the beta, or beta if you're being American about it. And yeah, I just grinded 24/7, tried to keep myself in the top 10, and he reached out to me, said, hey, I want to start a team. Back then, like everything was evolving with PUBG. Like there was a pro scene, but it was like super, super low level. It gave me the chance to form a roster, and I formed a roster with a bunch of guys back then. You'll know Purdy Curti, who's now currently on Lazarus, and we had 2 of the members who swapped out. But the final roster, that totality was me, Kurt, Lost HD, and Interrogate. As most of the people know from the PUBG scene, we did really well as an online league, as a team. Like online, we destroyed. We won every single league. But basically after that, we disbanded as a group. Like we were all really, really good individual players, and we had a lot of success online. But when it came to LANs, we never did. I really, really wanted to be in phase 2 no matter what. Like I really wanted to compete. I really didn't care about money or like any of the other things that come with competing. I really just wanted to compete. The actual act of competing is what I really, really enjoy. I wanted the best option possible player-wise. I wanted the guys that I genuinely believed would do well. And for me, that was low-key. Like I was trialing for the boys, the other 3, probably about a month. I was probably trialing for a month. They basically said yes to me on it's like 2 or 3 days before the deadline cut for the season, before roster lock happened, and before like if I didn't have a team, I'd be not competing that season in phase 2. I felt really good every single time I played with them. I performed really well. I think as a team we gelled really well. I think I really like gel the comms together well on this team, and I think they saw that as well and recognized that as well, which is why they went with me in the end.
Prior to MPLC, we had probably a week and a half of scrims total, and it went pretty good. Like we were obviously one of the top, probably 3 teams. We knew we were gonna be a top 2 team before the season even started. We wanted to build like the best team possible to pretty much just farm and sweep contenders, no problem. We came out of the gates swinging.
Has a decent job here against Fignaldo, the man who has been carrying Lowkey and Chubba Bubba. He will be able to get one. No, he won't. And it's Lowkey eSports. It might be a back-to-back for Lowkey eSports.
As Lowkey clear up the last remaining member of Lego Your Ego, obviously Fozu now needs to be in a position where he wants to go for a flush.
He
not gonna
realized
get it.
not going to take down the team with 17 kills. Lowkey eSports. Hello, where was this last phase?
We were seat swapping kids, like it was too fun. Like we were honestly just messing around, having a good time. I mean, we had like 2 back-to-back wins in the first week. We were first place after week 1, feeling great. Our strategy was really good, like I'm the in-game leader. It was really good to have a really good first week. But second week, we pretty much did the same exact strats. We had pretty close to the same circles, and we kind of got memed on a little bit. Like some of the teams weren't really, it seemed like they weren't really taking it as serious for some reason. I don't really know what the reason was. Like you can't really blame other teams for your failures, I guess. We ran into some like really unfortunate things. We didn't really care about week 3, to be honest. Like I don't even know how many points we got. The 4th week was probably our best week overall, I would say. Even better than the first week. First week, we were just playing a little bit passive. The 4th week, we were super aggressive and like played really well. Before the season started, we tried to look for a coach. I'm not really huge on having a coach just because I like to run things, like as an IGL, like I just like to run things myself, and Fig's obviously the team captain, so we kind of have that like captain figure and the leader figure. He reached out to us. Him and Chubba used to be really good friends. I actually knew him prior to this as well, but I basically told him that I need you to manage, I need you to be a people person, I need you to just eliminate individual mistakes from each player every single day, and Secret does a huge job of that. I can't stress it enough.
My name is Adam Serafino, Secret, coach for Lowkey eSports. I come from Halo, Call of Duty background. Before I got into PUBG, those are the esports that I played in. Then I got into PUBG shortly after. Watching H1Z1, I was interested in Battle Royale, but I never played it. I was highly interested in PUBG because of the tactical aspect of it and because of the strategy. It was really interesting to me to watch a shooter that had that much strategy aspect to it. I've always been an IGL when I played competitive PUBG, so I knew that like eventually coaching would be a good fit for me because I was always really interested in the strategy aspect of the game, analyzing like the different ways you can play it, because in PUBG there's infinite ways you can play the game. There's also infinite ways to be unsuccessful at it too, so I think it's really important to have a good game plan and strategy going into the approach to how you play the game. This season split 2 contenders. We started off really strong. We had a really good lead. It dwindled away after a little bit of a mid-season slump, and at that point we had to address certain things individually and as a team. I always look at adversity as an opportunity to get better more than success. So it's definitely not as comfortable when you're facing adversity instead of success, but at the end of the day, I believe you improve more when you face the adversity. It made me a better coach. I had to look at my approach and what the things I was telling these guys and how I could get a positive message across to them and get them playing at their best potential. I feel like a certain responsibility to keep these guys playing at a high level. That's partly the reason I took the job as the coach of this team, because I knew all these guys. I've been playing before I started coaching in the competitive scene for a year and a half. I wouldn't take this job if I didn't really believe that they were pro level players.
We've been staying at a nice place in Irvine, and it's about 5 minutes away from the Oasis, which is the place that we're actually doing our boot camp. It has basically similar computers to NPL, similar monitors as well, which is very beneficial to anyone who's trying to get used to their environment at the exact LAN itself.
A lot of teams, again, don't really appreciate how much a bootcamp can help, but I think a bootcamp makes a big difference in terms of the actual performance of the team. Some teams will be meeting their teammates for the first time in real life. It's very different for us because, like, I've known some of the guys for a long time. I've known Fig for a long ass time. I've known him for literally like 2 and a bit years, not on like a super personal level like I do now, but I have met him, I've spoken to him, I chilled with him, and he has played with me when I was on Totality a long way back, and I've known Pax and Chubba for a good while as well, and we've hung out in person, so we know each other well. But like the point is, like, the team bonding and the team chemistry that you can really develop and build up at these boot camps is very important. I think are very crucial for coming into big serious events like this, and I think that you can build a certain amount of trust doing it and getting to know people. And if you don't trust your teammates, or you don't know your teammates, and you don't really understand how they work as a person or even just in-game, you're gonna make mistakes that a boot camp will get rid of.
Funny moments, one of the rooms in the house, we call it the Passion Pit. Passion Pit is where Chubba Bubba, the 6'9" Goliath, and Fig sleep.
The house we're staying at, me and Fignaldo, the 2 best looking members of the team obviously, we're sharing a room, and it's been dubbed the Passion Pit. and it's kind of, it's where the real team bonding happens.
So leading into the NPL relegations, we're not afraid of any team. We'll hold W on basically any team out there as long as we know that we have the advantage.
We are obviously looking to get top 4 here. Like, top 4 is definitely our goal. We're arguably the top 3 team in this relegation. The only team that might be like someone to look out for is Wildcard, since they land near us. But other than that, we just need to make sure we work hard together, and teamwork is key, communication is key. We're definitely gonna be the favorite rolling into the NPL relegations and get promoted in the NPL. We want to live here full time. That's the goal, and we want to be professional players.
I know for a fact within a week, by Sunday next week, we would have qualified. You know, maybe I'll regret that saying this on camera right now, but we'll see. I've never felt this passionate and like confident about a team in my entire career. I really haven't, and I just can't wait to destroy. I can't wait to qualify and just get this all over with and just be playing in Pro League, because we will be playing in Pro League Phase 3, and I can't wait for it.
Welcome back to the NPL. We're at the OGN Super Arena in beautiful Manhattan Beach.
All right, Loki. Nuts. He's got Loki here. We got. Oh my God. All right, guys, we just take it.
No, I mean, Lowkey eSports, you got Fragnaldo, Pax, Smithy, and my former teammate, the Bubba of Chubbas.
Shot in that anchor position. Usually it is Tumai. Tumai does get rezzed here, but here come the grenades, though, from VG. This could be dangerous, and that's going to be it.
It's going to be Lowkey. Look, Lowkey's taking shots off to the side of this. They get the down and the flush onto Tumai. Wildcard now realizes they don't have an easy pushback over next to Vicious Gaming. Let go your ego. Somehow they are still alive. There we go. Jumping out. They do lose 1, and they do manage to get 3 members back over to that. What?
Bubba's going to clean one up. All things considered.
Well, we got our Send-It teams, as you said just a second ago, guys. Feed everybody on the move, and it's getting pretty violent around military base.
Yeah, Low-key picking up some kills here, though.
Yeah, I mean, we got multiple fights breaking out all over the place. Elevate now.
Beautiful shots from Smithy. Wait a second now. This is going to change things in favor of LK. Now, if they can just find the solo that is Snowbird of Comments, they can actually...
Gaming was repositioning at. Meanwhile, we still have Smithy and Snowbird in there, a little bit of a standoff. Snowbird gets a little bit of damage, but Smithy comes down on top.
Elevate is rotating south.
Lowkey taking a couple of shots back over towards BMG's Jason. Gets the down onto him.
Circle hasn't even started closing yet. They're in, so they can take their time with this fight and really pick apart BMG. But wait a second, Clam is going to find one. He's going to finish back. But Chubba right in his face is going to get the kill. Now just 1 left for BMG.
Going to be close as Clam took a lot of damage. He is the last member, but the push not coming out from Lowkey too quickly. Going to get a little bit of meds off. Grenade's going to bounce through and go out the window down below, so it's not going to take out anyone. And they're going to use this opportunity to just push up. Clam gets 1 of them, tries to go for more, gets another down, but that's going to be everybody going to be able to get red.
I'm feeling good for the hand we've been dealt. We have a good plane this game. The other games, I think we've looted our loot spot once since the start of the series. So we've been throwing some adversity, so at least we get some points off of it.
You gotta go quick, you gotta go now, and I was just paying attention to Lowkey, who are currently in 10th place, and they were coming in 2nd place from contenders. This is not the start that they would have wanted, so they really need to turn it up.
Yeah, Lowkey was one that we talked about before we started today, about a team that came in 2nd out of contenders, but we also talked a little bit about how they have issues on land, and this has been consistent for this team for quite some time now.
He's going to get it, but Snowbird going for it, and he's going to get the knock on Clam.
This string out so crazy off to the side.
Lowkey came in with a far southern wrap
over towards Smoking Aces with only 2 players alive, and Pax.
There comes Lowkey.
Is going to finish off Smoking Aces. Is now
no surprise they're getting that down, but here you go. It's going to be Lowkey that comes from the other side, gets that down onto him. So now
kills get stolen from them. That's what I'm saying. They only have 5 kills.
Nice.
They've done so much damage. There's another knock coming out of Vignaldo. And they're going to finish him off. Sonics is down. Lowkey now.
Educated guess. Grenade more than
what do you got, Protege?
Goes for one. Doesn't get the flush.
Going to throw out a couple of grenades. A little bit of exchange back and forth. Keep in mind this is a 3v2 at this point. Focusing up. Big does get that down onto one of them. So now it's starting to be problematic, and that's going to be a Lowkey victory.
Lowkey coming in, and they managed to pick up a bunch of kills there at the end. Come out with a respectable, very respectable 11-kill W. I mean, they took the compound away from Wildcard. Wildcard pulled away from them. They ended up pulling up.
Pax and I are taking a look at the Lowkey fan section you guys brought today. Tell me a little bit about them. Yeah, we have an incredible org, amazing fan backing. It's super fun to be able to get a win for those guys for sure.
Well, and it was a great game, a perfect demonstration of the importance of keeping 4 alive to the very end. Were you guys keeping track of the kill feed? Are you aware of your situation?
Oh, absolutely. Like, our main goal is to keep 4 alive all the time. We're really good at team fragging, and we just stay together. Like, comms are really good and clear, and we're good to go.
Yeah, we noticed.
So good. So good, right? Actually nuts.
Look at that.
Wait, hold on.
Good job, Nick.
Let's go.
It's how much we love you guys. Okay,
let's go, baby.
Simplicity's trying to make a little bit more of a push.
Oh, he gets white.
Still just trying to creep forward. Protege is off on the angle. A little bit of exchange goes back. Feed back in towards Comets. Comets knows they don't have a lot of places they can play around. But there's a big nade coming out from Pax there. Lowkey's big, trying to get the shots, but Cherry Poppins comes up for it. But the flushes on the follow-up grenade leave Cherry Poppins by himself with his 11 kills.
Because that's still.
Yeah, we need to have at least 40 points tomorrow. We get 40 points tomorrow.
But we just need to clean a few things up into the next 6 games.
Hello everyone and welcome to NPL Relegations Day number 2. We are here at the beautiful OGN Super Arena with 6 more rounds to decide who is going to be in NPL Phase 3.
Pushing this? It's a pretty hard push, especially with Snowbird up top. He can cover a lot of angles from up top.
Crawling his way up, still in the zone. Pecadora 6 kills. And here's the breach. Lowkey trying to take it to the Comets. Easy peasy, just like that. They take him out of the warehouse. If nades do come out, this could be high value for Basher. Throws it right across. He saw Kendo land. And there it is. He gets Kendo down. The spray comes out. But Fignaldo from across the way will take him down. Boom will trade. And now Lowkey is down to 2. But Pax stuck in the front. And Pax is doing tons of damage. Jason's in the truck. He can't see out. The nades continue to land. And it looks like Zenith is going for the res. As it will be Jason going down. BMG down in 3rd. Maybe a res coming to Fignaldo as we're set up for a line finish here. Kendo is going to come up. No res coming. They don't have time.
Push forward by Lowkey. They saw that Blue Martini were distracted by Zen and punished them. And now Zenith with the revives are forced into the corner. It's Lowkey, all Lowkey all day.
Yeah, I think
he's going to deny the point.
Yeah, he's going to have to deny it. It looks like Lowkey got the center, and they've got the win. Game number 1. As you can see, Pax absolutely ecstatic.
12
at the
kills
win there.
as well.
12 kills for Lowkey. Cam, you just said it in the comments as Lowkey pick up an absolute ton of points. Now, we've been talking about this through yesterday. This is what happens where a team will rack up 20+ points, and this completely changes the landscape of the leaderboard.
Couple of grenades come out from Basher to press that, but look, it's actually going to be LK from the south, third partying onto this. Blue Martini are in a real big pickle right now. Clam forced the prone down, but not much you can do there.
Oh no, another vehicle down as Caden will get flushed out by Lowkey.
But in the meantime, our Lowkey, yeah, they're getting closer and closer. Fignaldo's prepping the nade, gonna be tossing it in.
Oh, that looks damn close, and luckily the barrels were there to catch it. Sharp Shot does get down. Chubba Bubba, he's playing a good defender right now. But there comes the follow-up grenade. Pride to my flushed out. Now it's only on to Sharp Shot. It's a 1v3. He's gonna step up. He's gonna get 1. Can he get 2? He will not. Wild card down. 16th place. Absolute heartbreak.
So we got Simplicity, Sonics, Shook, Lowkey, Vicious Gaming, and Zenith eSports right now are our top 6 that could be heading on with 1 more round to go.
There hasn't been a team going Sev regularly.
Really jump like here and start going.
It's very different after we've done it.
What's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? We've all dropped Novo every single time in a bad plane.
Zenith is never going to do that.
Why are you in your own head? Stop getting in your own head. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, we're literally in. Like, we just need to, like, do our ult. Like, it's literally easy. We've practiced this so many times.
Doesn't matter. We're headed into the last game of the relegation weekend, and it's all on the line now. These players on the eastern side, you haven't seen anyone in probably a while at the stage outside of Trifecta, who's now being pushed by Lowkey. Lowkey's got the nades at the ready. They want this fight. They blend into the map so well, does Lowkey. Spray jumps out into the smoke. Nade lands right next to him. Maybe that's where it is. He's going to go down. Unique in the top side of the Wizard Hut, and he's going to have all of Lowkey down beneath him.
Nade comes in to flush out that corner area.
There it is. Placement. They're getting points now, but they need to absolutely start shredding these kills. And it's so hard just to be able to step up. And just like that, there goes Shook. Every single kill that gets taken off the board. Not going to be able to get the down just yet. Vexel I would love to see him stepping up here. He cannot be playing passive. He has to move forward. Kendo does go down and to the zone. You can't have that this late in the game. And now it's Pekkadoris versus Lowkey. And now they've found themselves in an interesting situation where Vexel is basically on the squad. Now Chubba Bubba's gonna get one down. Vexel gets one down as well. And now that's gonna be, oh, maybe Fignaldo when the smoke's still invisible. He's gotta flush that out. Another point there. Vexel goes down. Voxic as well. Vexel can't get it. It's only on McLovin now. And this would be an absolute heartbreaker for Pekkadoris, who needed this win. They've only got 3 kills. I can't say it's over, but it's kind of looking like it's over as Smithy and Chubba are going to go 2v1. One down for McLovin. Maybe I was wrong. They got one on the high side as well. He's taking some damage. Chubba is now going to have to step up. That's Fignaldo supporting.
McLovin, the boy wonder. 1v3, made it a 1v2. Taking out Smithy, but walks directly into Chubba. And that's going to be a 9-kill win for Lowkey.
They just did not take the urgency that they needed. They were on the western side of the zone for so long. They didn't step out. They didn't make any effort until it was almost too late. Sometimes it just doesn't happen for you.
Let's look at Lowkey's victory this game, though, because unlike Pekkadoris, they were actually rushing around and taking the initiative, took so many different fights, coming in from the south side, going up against Trifecta.
What do you think of the competition?
Exciting. I love it. I'm actually really excited for phase 3 to see how it turns out. Everybody here is really talented. They all know their stuff. They're very good players. So excited to see it come through on phase 4 or phase 1 of next year, whatever. But yeah, exciting. Everybody's really talented. It's going to be a scary, scary phase 3. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
So glad. So glad we got a win for the boys. Speechless. Been grinding for 2.5 years for this moment.
Seriously, the boot camp actually did it.
I made it. I literally took such a gamble, quitting my job. I made it. We made it.
Well, it was amazing. Just, it's crazy to think that like we literally like just made this team kind of like last minute, and somehow like we all had the same driving force to make it, and it's amazing, man. It's absolutely amazing. I don't even know what to say. It's crazy. We just worked so hard.
Crazy.
I can't describe it. I'm still pretty shaky. Like my hand is actually physically shaking. This is something I've been doing for like wanting to get into for like 2 phases now. It's a long time. Yeah, I can't describe it. It's incredible. So happy for the team.
Let's go.
You went crazy the first one.
Dude, I have a permanent smile and it won't go away. How do I fix this?
I can slap you.
Do it.
Professional. It always felt like I wasn't really.
Yeah, you're definitely a professional now, that's for sure, buddy.
It's soaking in for Fig. It's soaking in.
Look at this.
Dude, you can't cry.
I'm not crying. I'll cry later when I'm drunk.
1 year in.
I'll cry later when I'm drunk. New beginnings.
Yep. Yeah, okay.
It's NPL.
Okay.
Phase 3.
Alright.
And to everyone on Loki, honestly, you guys are awesome.
This is the celebratory cake for you guys, so let's enjoy it and
Winner, winner, chicken dinner, you know what I mean?
Dude, Seeger was telling me it's like the best part about the entire weekend was like you're like 7 points, and then Seeger goes, no, we actually got 9. We got 2 plays. And he goes, you turn around, and you go 9 points.
We'll look forward to making NPL and showing everyone at Lowkey, and then also all of our followers on Twitter and social media that we're worthy of being in NPL.
For all the fans out there of Lowkey, we're gonna give you everything we got and make you guys proud.
I just want to say thank you to the fans. Thank you guys so much for supporting us through our journey to the NPL. It means a lot. We see you guys in chat all the time, and I love talking to you guys. Hopefully, we're gonna bring home the NPL to Lowkey eSports. That's the goal.
Thank you to mom and dad, sister for supporting me and letting me live the dream out here. Thank you to all the Lowkey fans who are supporting us in chat.
And also I just want to say thank you to all the Lowkey fans out there. The welcoming that we've had from Lowkey as an organisation and as the fans has been really, really nice to see. A lot of organisations don't really seem to care, or like they don't really put that much energy into the players, but like we felt really, really welcomed, and like every one of us has like literally no complaints about everything. So I just want to say thank you to Lowkey, the organisation, my family of course, because without them I wouldn't be here, and the fans. It's just Really appreciate it. It's really, really makes you humble.